Adam was a curious child with an insatiable sense of adventure. Living in the quaint village of Cold Hollow, nestled deep within the forest, his days were filled with exploration. However, his favorite tales were those whispered at night by the village elders, stories of the supernatural occurrences that plagued their serene community. Adam's insatiable curiosity drove him to seek adventure after the sun dipped below the horizon. One particularly chilly autumn evening, he ventured alone into the dense woods, guided only by the moon's pale light. Underneath the towering, skeletal trees, the air grew colder. Each crunch of leaves underfoot sent shivers up his spine. It was then he spotted it, a dilapidated house he had never seen before. The house stood in stark contrast to the natural beauty around it. The windows were dark and shattered, the wood splintered and decaying. Despite the eerie atmosphere, a strange compulsion urged Adam to explore further. Mustering his courage, Adam stepped onto the creaking porch. The door, surprisingly ajar, opened with an elongated squeak that echoed into the silence. Inside, the house was a maze of shadowy hallways and dusty, forgotten rooms. His heart pounded in his chest as he entered what appeared to be a child's bedroom, untouched by time. A small, wooden toy horse sat in the center of the room, covered in a thick layer of dust. As Adam picked it up, a chill ran down his spine. Suddenly, the room's air grew frigid, and the toy horse swung erratically from side to side. Panicked, Adam dropped the toy and the door slammed shut behind him. Desperation clawed at him as he tried to escape the room. Shadows danced around him, whispering unintelligibly. In his fright, he stumbled upon an old, tattered journal. Flipping through the pages, he discovered it belonged to a boy named Thomas who had lived there centuries ago. Thomas wrote of similar whispers and shadows that had driven his family to madness. Stricken with fear, Adam finally managed to force the door open, fleeing from the house as fast as his legs could carry him. The shadows seemed to chase him, the whispers growing louder and more desperate. He burst through the forest and back into the village where the safety and warmth of his home welcomed him. Since that night, Adam never spoke of what he experienced, but the memory lingered. He knew Cold Hollow held secrets best left undisturbed, and the shadows in the forest still watched, waiting for the next curious soul.